Hello everyone and welcome to this week's healing session. Today I bring you a video which is all about nurturing from childhood. So if you've had a little bit of a rough childhood where you felt less loved and or you just didn't experience that nurturing energy that helped you grow over the years, we can help that. This is kind of like inspired a little bit by law of assumption, where there's this thing called revision, where you take a memory and completely change it, and your brain doesn't know if it's real or not in this case, which we can take to our advantage. And I think I want to do like something in a similar theme. We're gonna go into your subconscious here and open up that memory, gonna soothe you and your inner child. And then we're going to take that memory that you've had, it may be one, it may be multiple, just going to bring them to the surface and completely rewrite the energy. Feel free to take any memory that you know that kind of messed you up a little bit and reimagine it differently while we're doing this session to help kind of like boost that and just make it stronger. And then to end it off, we're gonna lock in that new memory so that your subconscious only remembers that as the true situation that happened. So that whatever happened in that old parallel reality, it does not exist. We only focus on the new story here. So it's going to be a little bit harsh maybe for you, like you might feel like a lot of wounds will come up, and that's okay if you're not ready for that. Another day it is, but I think the timing is right for most of you. That's why I felt called to do this right now. This is a request from my viewer. I don't know if they changed the username. I wrote it down as HK. I want to say HQ. So this is for you. I hope this is up to your expectations and that you love it just as much as me creating this. Before we get into it, I'm just gonna promote real quick my business and then we will get into this session. If you really like my content and you would love to see more, I offer different content on Patreon. There is other Reiki sessions, but also tarot readings, and I post monthly Shadowwork prompts there as well. And if you don't have a Patreon or don't have access to it in your country, I do post the same content on my YouTube membership as well. If you want to invest in your health and want to do a one-on-one Reiki session with me, that's possible as well. I do have Reiki sessions on my stand store, and for those that prefer tarot readings, I do offer various different tarot readings there as well. I also sell products on my stand store. I have guided meditation for healing your mind and body, and I also have a Shadowwork ebook where you can work your way through different Shadowwork prompts on various topics as well. Let's do a little bit of a small cleansing first. Using a sandalwood incense today. Setting the intention here with this session that we're going to free you from whatever it is in your childhood that kind of gave you a little bit of a blockage, made things a little bit difficult for you, releasing any pain, hours on end, especially if it made it difficult for you to trust yourself, or maybe even trusting that other people are able to love you. Maybe like thoughts came up of, why would they love me when in my childhood my parents maybe didn't even love me? Thoughts like that we're going to be releasing now. Starting off with opening your subconscious. Just gonna go in there, open that up. We want to have clear access to those memories. First step with this rose quartz is soothing you and your inner child, but mostly focusing a little bit on your inner child. And whatever happened in your childhood, whenever like a trigger comes up in your adult life, it's oftentimes your inner child that feels maybe threatened in that moment, or just very unhappy about having to relive this again. And it's the energy that makes us very anxious in that moment, or scared and vulnerable. Gonna go with it over your body. Gonna do this slowly, so I'm making sure that we have everything covered. I want to go over your chakras a little bit as well, making sure that everything here right now is balanced, so that you don't feel thrown off. Focusing here a little bit on your hands to have that soothing energy of the rose quartz very deeply sink into your mind, especially your subconscious. pushing that a little bit deeper inside. Bring those childhood memories up. Just quickly going to run my hands over your energy, making sure that stay grounded and centered throughout this session. We don't want you to feel bad after this, or worse in this case. This is supposed to help us elevate our energy, help us move on. Breaking up the memories. Loosening that energy around it so that we can work on it later. Going to be grabbing them from your subconscious now and pulling them a little bit forward so that our attention and awareness lies on them. And again, here, feel free to visualize or decide basically on which memory do you want to work on today. I advise you not to do too many at once. We want to get used to it. We don't want to overwhelm us. It should be a healing session, not like self-destruction. Using the selenite, and with the point I'm going to be infusing that new energy into your memory and into your body. I'm going to be starting off with the nurturing energy. I want to take a few minutes for each different emotion to be seeped into your subconscious and your energy, so that you also have enough time to do the visualizations. I'm going to be quiet now. is a very warm and kind energy. Next, we focus on a happy energy. lastly, the loving energy. With this red jasper, we're gonna lock in those memories. When you think about your past and your childhood, instead of feeling like you automatically go back to the old story, it's kind of like erased from your mind right now. The only thing you remember is the new memories you created, and you stick to it. There's no other option basically. Just stick to the new story. It's going all over your mind here to really deepen that memory, sink it in, and locking it in. Pushing that deeper inside. We are about to finish this session, and I hope you feel much more comfortable with this new story that you created, that you thrive from now on, and you know that you've always been very loved in your past, always received that nurturing energy. That's why right now you experience that as well, because you're just so used to it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this session. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye everyone.